The family who's suing the NYPD for $75 million because their family member died from a chokehold by the NYPD. You may be asking yourself, how did they come up with that type of number, $75 million? You want to know the answer? Come join me as I share with you this great information. Hi, I'm Gerry Oginski. I'm a New York medical malpractice and personal injury trial lawyer practicing law in the state of New York. Today I'm coming to you from beautiful Boulder, Colorado. I'm shooting video here in Boulder Creek. It's a magnificent park, and I wanted to share this great information with you while my daughter and my wife are out shopping. So now, how do they come up with a $75 million number claiming that they're now entitled to compensation for the negligence by the New York City Police Department? The answer is that number is pulled out of thin air. They just made it up. That's it. That's the entire answer. Why 75 million? Who knows? Why not 74 million? Why not 50 million? Why not $100 million? The answer is it's entirely made out of thin air. And guess what? It means absolutely nothing for the purposes of obtaining actual compensation. Well, I shouldn't say it means nothing. It does mean something. Because you see, when you bring a claim and you bring a lawsuit seeking damages as a result of carelessness by someone else, especially when you sue a municipality like the New York City Police Department, you are required to put down the amount of compensation that you, the family, believes that you're now entitled to. And if you put a number down, let's say you only put down $10,000, well, that would be the maximum amount that the law would then allow you to recover if you were successful in showing that the NYPD was careless and caused and contributed to that person's death. So that's why you will find that attorneys tend to put down outrageous numbers that certainly make the news. And by the way, the newspapers and the TV organizations love to hear an attorney do this. They love when an attorney sues for $100 million, for $200 million. You want to know why? Because it's sensationalistic. People love reading about these outrageous things. It gets people to buy newspapers. It gets people to watch the news. When you hear an outrageous amount of money that someone's trying to get as compensation, $100 million, $200 million. The reality is that there is no direct correlation between that number, which is made up out of thin air, with the actual damages that occurred in this particular claim and ultimately in that particular lawsuit. So why do they do that? They do that to protect their clients' rights. So that now, if a jury comes back and awards them, let's say, $5 million, that is clearly within the amount that they originally requested. If the number is above, let's say they only asked for $5 million, and a jury decides that this family was entitled to $25 million, well, guess what? They won't be able to get that unless they ask the court for special permission to now allow them to do that, and doing that is very, very difficult and very challenging. So that's why you see attorneys asking for many, many millions of dollars when people bring a lawsuit, especially against the NYPD. So why do I share this great information with you? I share it with you just to give you an insight and an understanding of what goes on in the litigation process, especially in a claim against the NYPD and against the municipality. You know, I realize you're watching this because you likely have questions or concerns about your own particular matter. Well, if your matter did happen in New York and you do have legal questions, what I encourage you to do is pick up the phone and call me. I can answer your legal questions. You know, this is something I do every single day, and I'd love to chat with you. You can reach me at 516-487-8207 or by email at Gerry, Gerry, at oginski-law.com. That's it for today's quick video. I'm Gerry Oginski. Have a great day.